What's up, my friends? Welcome to YTA Investing inside the YTA. Now, this section is perfect for those of you who see the opportunity of YouTube automation. You want to do it, but you don't want to be the one that's doing it. You don't want to have to go through the masterclass and figure this out on your own, and you'd much rather just invest or buy out channels that are already working, already profitable, and have already gone viral.
You see, guys, in the stock market, to get a 10% return a year is unbelievable. To get a 10% return a year doing real estate is unbelievable. But with YTA investing, to get a 100% return really isn't that out of the question, right? It's all about negotiating the right price, buying the right YouTube channels, and if you do your due diligence, you pick the right ones, getting a really, really high return on your investment isn't out of the question at all.
Now, in fact, this opportunity I believe in so much, I'm actually telling my closest mentors, the people I know that have already invested in real estate, already invested in stock, I'm going to tell them to consider investing in YTA because I believe if done right, not only do you have the chance to have a really, really high return, but it also can actually be a pretty sustainable investment, once again, if done right and if you follow what's inside.
And just like with any investment, when you're doing it, you don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket. You want to diversify. If you have only enough money to barely buy one channel, you don't want to like risk all your money on one channel. It needs to be something that you can diversify, buy smaller channels if you need to. That way you can be safe, because we don't want YTA to be this big bet. We don't want it to be your gambling. We want it to be an investment, and investments aren't guessing, hoping their strategy and they're safe.
And for us, we really just want to get you guys results, and like we would never want you to invest in something that doesn't actually get you a return. So I like that Ryan said that right there. This isn't about gambling. Okay, so how do you do it? Let's go ahead and hop over to YouTube, because that's where it all starts, right? Like that's what you want to do. You want to buy out YouTube channels. Now here's where it starts. You got to figure out what channels you're going to buy, right? And not only that, but you want to get them interested in having you buy them out or investing to get a percentage of it. Here's the first thing you need to do. Number one, you need to decide which niche you're gonna buy out, or at least get a few ideas of what niches you might invest in. Now, obviously, that's why we created the niche video inside of the YTA Masterclass. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and check that out. That way you kind of know what niches to search. But let's go ahead and search a niche. Like let's use this niche of boxing, right? We want to go and see what's working in boxing so we can find channels that are already working in that niche that we can
invest in. There's
in.
really endless niches. You can literally find so many things. So like, don't ever get like worried, like, oh, I couldn't find this channel, I couldn't invest in this channel. There's literally endless videos, endless niches, endless topics on YouTube.
And that's the cool part, is there's so many that are already working. If one says no, or if one doesn't work out, or if one doesn't go through, there's so many more that you can go to. Like this is just boxing alone, and this is one of the smallest niches that there really is. So we're gonna go and hop into this. Okay, so with boxing, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna type in the keyword of the niche you wanna be in, and you're gonna go ahead and filter it. You guys learned this in OPC if you watch the YTA training, and you guys are gonna go through this again now, because you wanna find the channels that are working and are doing big. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna obviously go to view count. You're gonna filter and go by view count, because you wanna find the most viral videos in this niche. But you don't just wanna do the most viral videos, you want to do the most viral videos recently. You want to do the channels that are working and popping off recently, because you don't want to invest in something that worked before. You want to invest in something that's working now, because after all, you are not going to get paid on what they did before. You're going to get paid on what's continuing to happen, right? So you're going to go ahead and go to the upload date and click this month. Once you've done that, you're gonna know all of the top videos in this niche, as well as the top channels that are trending and that are working.
Guys, you wanna find a channel that's easily replicatable, not one that's like relying on one person. You don't wanna find a vlogger channel and buy that channel, because like it's so not.
You really wanna find a faceless channel. And the important thing is,
so important.
Obviously, you're not gonna choose any of these like Premier Boxing Champions, DAZN, CBS, ESPN, because if you're gonna buy these channels, you're gonna have to buy the entire company. So you're gonna wanna find one that one person owns and is working. So like, let's go and find. Actually, this one looks really good. So this one looks like it's a faceless channel. Let's go ahead and tap on their channel. Let's go ahead and go over to it. They got 2 million views, and this is this month, so it's obviously working. So we'll go over here. Yep, it does look faceless. So I'm gonna go check out more of the videos. There's 339,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. If you look at the most recent videos, 24,000 a day ago, which is really, really great. 72,000 2 days ago, 111,000, 164. So it's looking like they're getting pretty consistent views. Oh, look at this one. A million views a week ago, which is great. 689,000, 1.9, and they're uploading consistently, which is always really, really great. It's not like they just had one viral video. Like, you don't wanna have just a channel that has one viral video. You want one that's consistently working. And actually, this looks like pretty perfect.
Especially for an investment, right? You don't want one lucky video that made the channel go viral for a short amount of time. You want something that's consistent, something that's predictable. So you want to find a channel that's getting consistent views, not like they got 1 million views on one video and then the rest are getting a couple thousand. You want videos that are getting 100,000, then 800,000, then 1 million views, and then 50,000, like somewhere where they're consistently getting views.
You're investing in the consistent future, not in the the hopeful past, right? You're not investing in something where one video had 2 million views. If this is all I saw was the video that we just clicked on, which is 2 million views 4 weeks ago, I wouldn't be that intrigued. But the fact that it has 2 million, 1.9, 1 million, and I don't even just judge them based off of their wins. I judge them based off of their lowest videos, like 164. You're still getting paid for this one really, really well. 160,000, 318. Like even their quote unquote losers, quote unquote failures.
The
are
lowest video
crushing.
I see is 10K, which is not great, but like if that's the absolute lowest one they have, we know that
I didn't
they're
see that
having
one. Yeah.
consistency.
So like, even if that's the lowest one, you're still getting paid for this one. It's not like it's an absolute failure. Plus, if you go through YTA, there's actually ways that you could potentially make this one go viral, even though it's an older video. So the next thing you're obviously going to do is you figure out this is a pretty good channel. I'm going to go and approach them. So I'm going to go to the About section, and we're going to see if there's a way to contact them. Okay, so there is. So they have...
Every channel is going to have a way to, or not a way to contact them. There's going to be this page, and there's going to be multiple ways to contact them. Some pages, there's no way to contact them at all. Some pages, they'll have their email
By the way,
address
if there's
in
no
there.
way to contact them, then just don't contact them. That's just
Move
not
on
the
to another
you're
channel.
gonna
There's
invest
so many to do. But some will have their Facebook, some might have their email in there. A lot
have their email.
Yeah, a lot have their email. A lot have their Instagram. This one, for example, has their Facebook. So let's say we click on their Facebook.
Sweet.
And you could literally go ahead and message them right here on Facebook. Literally.
Okay,
that simple.
look, and even here, like this is great because they only have 300 likes. So if you send them a message, they're pretty likely to get back to you. And here's the deal: don't just send a message to one people. I would literally spend 3 to 6 hours sitting down, finding channels that all have similar numbers that are doing really, really good, all throughout different niches. And I'd go to their About, I'd find their links, and if they have email, I'd email people. I'd go on their Instagram, I'd go to Facebook, I'd hit them up every way possible. And if you sit back after this for like 3 hours and you just wait a few hours or maybe in a full day, you're gonna have tons of people that are messaging you back, interested in you buying out their
And
channel.
you just reach out to them and you say, hey, I'm interested in buying your channel, or I'm interested in investing in your channel. When would you be free to hop on a call? Like literally that simple. You got to get them on a call.
Understand too, a lot of these people, they're either young or they just started this channel, or the only thing they know about YouTube automation, so they don't even really know about anything business related. So if someone goes, hey, I'm gonna buy your channel, and by that, like I'm a business person willing to buy your channel. If they say it's another YouTuber, they're like, oh, okay. But if you say I'm a business person looking to buy or invest in your channel, depending on which one you want, then they're gonna probably listen. You're gonna get a lot of attention and feedback that people are gonna be reaching out to.
And that's why you want to message a lot of channels. That way you have a lot of options. You don't want to be reliant on one channel hoping they get back to you because you really want that channel. It's like, guys, this is an investment. This isn't you're buying a fun project. This is an investment, and you're gonna reach out to a bunch of channels, and you're gonna make the deal that makes the most sense financially.
Yeah, and you're gonna get a bunch of people to reach back to you, and then the thing is, like, you just find out the one's the best. Now,
You can even have a virtual assistant reach out to all these people for you.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even have to.
You don't have to do it yourself.
100% good stuff. So there's 3 types of deals that you're gonna make with YouTube automation. The first one is you're gonna buy a channel and hire a new team. So let's say we go to this channel and we buy it out, and now we own this channel. Well, it's not just you don't just want to just sit there. You want to continue to be posting every single day. You notice they're uploading consistently, and that's probably why they win. So you go and use YTA Masterclass. You can have someone that goes through it for you.
This channel, they're not even uploading every single day. So if they started uploading every single day, they're
uploading like 3 times a week.
Yeah, they're uploading like 3 times a week. If they went to 5 times a week, there's a good chance their revenue would go up significantly.
Yeah, that's the really cool thing is there's ways to improve it.
It's like when you buy a house, right? People do fix and flip houses. Sometimes you can buy a channel, and by just changing a couple little small different things, you could dramatically increase its value and how much it's actually making.
And especially if you hire a new team and they're going through YTA Masterclass, they're gonna know more than he does. So if they take over this channel that's already working, they might be able to even 3x, 5x, 10x this channel. And even if they didn't, by the way, it's still gonna be profitable, but they can continue to improve it even more. You also
want, when you buy a channel, you want to buy a channel not saying, if I can double this channel, then I'll make my money back. You want to buy a channel saying, if I buy this channel and it doesn't increase at all, I'll still make a good return on my investment.
And another thing I'm going to do, since this channel is already working and they're uploading consistently, I'm not going to buy the channel, and then the next video I'm going to upload it's going to be green text instead of orange text, because I feel like green text is going to work better. I'm going to keep the exact same format. The goal is when you first buy a channel, a few weeks in, you want people to have no clue that you even bought that channel out. When they look at a video with the previous owner and with you don't want them to know that someone bought it, because that clearly they're showing they like it. Once again, views equal votes. So there's 1.9 million people voting that they like this content. You want to continue to give it to them. Do similar thumbnails, do similar editing. Like literally tell your team, if you hire a new team, say, listen, watch these videos. I want it identical. I want it the exact same. And then once you start making some money and you keep it consistent, maybe you try something new every once in a while. Maybe you get a little bit more creative. Because personally, this channel is already working. I'm gonna do the exact same thumbnails.
Guys,
literally, they all look the exact same.
This is an investment. You're not trying to get creative. You're not trying to. This is an investment, and you're trying to make money off of it. So literally, just keep doing it the way it's been proven to work. That's like literally the simplest way you can do it. Maybe you go from uploading 3 times a week to 5 times a week because you know you're going to get more videos equals more views. Super, super simple, basic concept.
Yeah, and I think you might, obviously this entire channel is in a completely different language. So if you want one that's in English, you could like figure out that this one's actually working. So maybe there's so many different ways to do it, but just know there's so many options of channels that you can buy out. This is the first one that we hopped on, and this already looks like a really, really good option. Dude, if you go through 50 of them, if you go through even a dozen, maybe you only go through 10 of them, you're going to find really good channels and you're going to have people hit you back. But that's just the first type of deal. You buy a channel and hire a new team. What about the second one? Well, that's you buy a channel and you keep their team. Because one of the things is if they already are producing videos, say it's not that person doing it, it's fully automated.
There's a good chance they have a full team the same way.
Most likely,
yeah,
honestly.
most likely if they're doing automated YouTube channel, they have a team who's actually doing it. And so rather than buying out the channel and having to hire your own team, a lot of times you can make a deal with them where you say, hey, I'm going to buy out the channel, and as part of the deal, I'm going to basically hire your team. So then you start paying their team instead of them, and now their team is now your team. Super simple way of doing the deal.
It's great because it's just plug and play. You literally bought the channel, it's now yours, and literally it's operating as if it wasn't yours, but you now own that thing. And it's a really, really great way to do it. Obviously, some of you guys are going to hire your own team and do that way. Some of you guys just want to keep their team. It kind of just depends on the channel and after you have a full conversation with them. And then the third deal type is you just invest in their channel and get a percentage. Some of you guys may be saying, well, I don't want the entire channel. Maybe you just invest and you get, let's say, 20% of the channel and you give them 2 months worth of revenue. You now have 20%. And a lot of people are going to be down to do that, and they're still incentivized to keep the channel going. So now you're literally, after 2 months, you already made your investment back, and everything after that's profit. And that's a great way to do it. It's like literally instead of just buying it out, say, you know what, I'm just going to invest in it. Give me 50% of profit.
Especially if you want to invest in a lot of channels, right? Like you don't want the complexity of managing the teams and all that sort of stuff. You just find people who are already running teams and you invest in their channel and they pay you a return every single month.
So guys, that's the pretty overview basics of like how we would actually go to YouTube and contact people. But the one thing we're also going to throw in here and just kind of let you guys know about, now this is personally the route that I would take, but there's actually some other really, really cool ways to find out about channels that are already working. You can go to websites like Trust IU and you can go and find marketplaces of channels that are already options to buy. If you literally just Google YouTube channels to buy or YouTube channels to invest in, you're going to get tons of channels that give you options of things you could buy out.
You want to do your due diligence on the websites that you're buying them from. You want to make sure they're legit. Like for example, this website, what we did is we found out who the founders of the website are. We went onto LinkedIn. We made sure it was legit. And you want to make sure when you're doing this, it's an investment. You really do your due diligence the same way as if you're buying a piece of real estate. You're going to look and you're going to see all the things about the property, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's the exact same thing with YouTube channels. You don't want to just buy them randomly. You want to really, really, really do your research.
You're not just going to go on Zillow and buy the first property you buy because it was easy. You're going to do research. You're going to talk to the founders. You're going to do all sorts of stuff. It's the exact same with YTA. We don't want you guys just making an investment because you're like, this is going to make me money for sure. Do your due diligence. Make sure you're going to get a return and like really reach out to them. And guys, if you follow these ways, you go on websites, you literally just search buying YouTube channels. There's so many different options. You can find the ones that are making the most revenue, the ones with the most subscribers. You can look into them. You can go to YouTube and type in niches.
One other thing, I want to say this again. The subscribers isn't the big deal. It's the videos that are making money. A lot of times people will buy channels with 1 million subscribers and they pay a ridiculous amount for this channel, but it's not getting any views, right?
And that's super important.
Like, so it's super important that you go based on the views of how many views the videos are getting.
I'm telling you right now, if this dude had 7,000 subscribers, but he was getting this amount of views, I would still buy it. If he had a million subscribers,
even more so, because a lot of times he'll sell it for cheaper because he doesn't have as many subscribers. So in his head, he's like, oh, I only have 7,000 subscribers. But you know that the views are the only thing that matter.
And if you have, let's say, this person has 1 million subscribers, but they're only getting 2,000 views a video, you know, like that doesn't matter. I'm not getting paid for the amount of subscribers.
So your buy price should never be based off the subscribers. It should be based off the views.
And a lot of people will, they'll do it. I think it's a subscriber, so they'll go buy a channel that's really, really big, but it's not making a lot of money, and they won't buy a channel that's kind of smaller, but it's making tons of money. Guys, obviously you get paid for the views, so that's what
you're an investor, so all you care about is the profits from this. So look at the views that they're getting.
And obviously, if it has great views from 6 months ago, but it's died off over the past month.
And a lot of times you'll see people who are selling their channels. And they did really good 6 months ago, and all of a sudden they're dying off, so they're trying to sell it, but they're just basing it off of 6 months ago's numbers. And you don't want to buy that channel because it's not doing good now. It's like the same thing. If you have a stock and it's not doing good now, you don't want to buy it just because it was good in the past.
That's the truth. So guys, that is how to do it. That is YTA Investing, and that is how to invest or buy out a YouTube channel that is already profitable. See you guys in the next video.